Well, everyone, here I am again. Since Trump deported all the Mexicans, looks like I'm building my ranch fence by myself. It's a joke. If you can't take this joke, then this is not the video for you or the account. But if you can, follow me because America. But anyway, first things first, you dig a bunch of holes. I set the turning point of my fence. So wherever the fence takes a turn, I set my posts because that's where I'm going to pull my layout from. Then you dig, and you dig some more, and you keep digging. And once you're done digging, then you lug a bunch of lumber around and you drop them in the hole with a bunch of concrete, 8 foot on center, because your 16-foot boards, you want to stagger your seams and you want to be able to make as little cuts as possible, whatever. Then I'm tying my string line. We're building this fence at about 5 feet tall. So I tie my string line, and that's going to be my guide basically to set my top rail. So the top rail is the first rail you want to set. It's pretty simple. Once that string line's up there, all I'm going to do is butt my top rails up to that. Here I'm setting a screw because I'm working solo. This is going to be something that's going to hold my tape measure, and I kind of guide it with my finger there, so it's about 1 inch off the board. I make sure that my top rail is, or my screw gives me a place to hold my tape measure, and then I take my Owens Corning board out. The only thing I'm cutting off here is Owens Corning has a little bit of a white reveal on the end of one side of the board, so I just cut that off less than a 16th. Preset my screw because once again, we are working solo here. I like working solo. I'm a lone wolf, dude. Give me a podcast and nobody around me, and that's like that's my dream. Is don't talk to me, don't ask me questions, don't bring me food or water. Just leave me alone and let me listen to something. And that's just is a dream. I love it. So all we're doing here is we're just setting top rails. So once my top rails are set, I measured down. So I made a jig. So I cut a board that was whatever the distance was from the bottom of my top rail to the top of my bottom rail. Wow, that's a word salad. Go ahead and call me Kamala Harris. But once I get that reveal, I set my bottom rail. And then once the bottom rail is set, I just create spacers. So each rung is 11 inches apart. So I just cut boards at 11 inches and you just set them on the bottom rail, and you set your second rail, then you set your third rail, and then you're pretty much done, right? It's really that simple. So here I could have done a 45-degree angle. I would recommend doing a 45-degree angle, but because I'm using Owens Corning, I decided to do something extra because I'm that basic. So I did this little thing, which, I mean, it is what it is. I just thought it was fun. And that's pretty much it. Right? And then I actually had my brother come over and he chopped off all the tops of those with a Sawzall. And it looks great. I'll make a video about that fence here in the future or that gate, excuse me, because that gate's sweet. But that's all she wrote. And if you're not lazy, follow me because more videos, I guess, maybe.